Hey guys! Alright, so today we are talking about markup and discount. Your objective is to determine the sale price by calculating markup and discount. This is a topic that you probably hear about a lot, especially when you're shopping, but this may be the first time that you've actually calculated a markup or a discount. So a markup in cost is the percent by which the price of an item increases. So a markup could be due to something like tax or tip or anything else that causes the price to be increased. So whenever you have your item, it gets marked up by a certain amount and it ends up costing more than the original cost. So whenever you're calculating a markup, you're going to change the markup percent to a decimal by moving the decimal 2 places to the left because we paddle to the left. You're going to multiply that decimal by the original cost. That's going to give you your markup amount. And then you're going to add that amount of markup to the original cost. So let's go ahead and do that together. So a gas station spends $2 for each bag of hot Cheetos. The bags are sold for 60% more than the original cost. What is the selling price for a bag of hot Cheetos? Well, do we have a percent here? Yes, we do. 60%. Is there an original cost? Yes. It originally cost $2 for each bag. So our first step, we want to change the percent to a decimal. So we have 60%. Remember, percent, decimal, we paddle to the left. So I'm going to move that decimal over 2 places and get 0.60. I don't have to have that 0 on the end, so I'm just going to write it as 0.6. Now I want to multiply that decimal by the original cost. So I'm going to take the 0.6 and I want to multiply it times the original cost of 2. 6 times 2 is 12. 0 times 2 is 0. Plus 1 is 1. I have a 1 decimal place up here, so I have to have 1 in the answer. So that means the bag would be marked up $1.20. So now I want to add that markup price to the original cost. So I'm going to take that $1.20 and then I'm going to add it to the original price of $2. Remember, I have to line up decimals. If we're adding decimals, we've got to line those up. And then when I add this together, I get $3.20. So this gas station gets the bags for $2 a piece, but they sell them to their customers for $3.20 a piece because they marked it up. Alright. A store sells planners. Each planner costs the store $8. The store then marks up the price 65% and charges an 8% sales tax. What is the total price of each planner? Keep in mind, if you have a markup or a discount, and then you got to calculate sales tax, you want to calculate sales tax last, because the tax is going to be on whatever your new price is. So we have to calculate the markup first. So do we have any percentages here? Yes, we do. We have a markup price of 65%, so I'm going to use M for markup. So a markup percentage of 65. And then an 8% sales tax. So tax is 8%. The original price, that would be $8. Alright, for the markup, we want to change the percent to a decimal. We have 65%. Paddle to the left 2 places. I get 0.65. Now I want to multiply that decimal by the original cost. So I have 0.65, and I'm going to multiply that times 8. 5 times 8 is 40. 6 times 8 is 48, plus 4 is 52. 0 times 8 is 0, plus 5 is 5. I have 2 total decimals up here, so I have to have 2 in my answer. So the markup price is $5.20. So now I want to add the markup to the original cost. So I'm going to take $5.20 and I'm going to add that to the original cost of $8. Again, adding decimals, so I've got to make sure the decimals are lined up. And when I add that, I get a selling price of $13.20. But I want to know the total price, so I have to calculate tax for this $13.20. Alright, so for tax, we want to change the percent to a decimal. We have an 8% sales tax. When we paddle to the left, we get 0.08. Keep in mind that empty space, you just fill in with the 0. So we have 0.08. Now we're going to take that decimal and multiply it times the cost, and that's going to be the selling price. So we are going to have $13.20 times 0.08. Alright, 0 times 8 is 0. 2 times 8 is 16. I'm going to carry the 1. 3 times 8 is 24, plus 1 is 25. 1 times 8 is 8, plus 2 is 10. I have 4 total decimal places, and I don't have to multiply by these zeros because obviously I'll just be adding zeros and I'm going to get the exact same thing, so I can just stop here. But I have to count how many total decimal places I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, so I have to have 4 in my answer. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is $1 and this amount. Since we're working with money, money always stops in the hundredths place. I have a 5 here and a 6 to the right, so I'm just going to round it to $1.06. So that's our sales tax. So now we want to add the sales tax price to the selling price cost, okay? So we have sales tax of $1.06, and then our selling price was $13.20. So I am going to take this $1.06 and I'm going to add it to that $13.20. Now remember, got to line up those decimals. Alright, and whenever I add this together, I get $14.26. So that would be the total price for each planner. Alright, now let's talk about discounts. Alright, so a discount in cost is the percent by which the price of an item decreases. There is usually a discount whenever you see a sale, clearance, or if you have a coupon. That's definitely going to discount how much you pay for something. So whenever you're calculating a discount, you're going to do the same steps as you did for a markup. The only difference is in step 3. So first of all, you're going to change your percent to a decimal by moving to the left because we paddle to the left. You multiply the decimal by the original cost. That's going to tell you what your discount is. Now since it's a discount, you subtract the discount from the original cost. And let's do some examples together. Alright, calculate the discount and sale price for a $60 item marked 25% off. Alright, do we have a percent? Yes, we do. 25%. Is there an original price? Yes, there is. It was originally $60. So the very first thing we want to do is we want to change that percent to a decimal. So we have 25%, percent decimal, paddle to the left. So I'm going to move the decimal 2 places to the left, and I get 0.25. Now I want to multiply that decimal by the original cost. So I will have 0.25 times $60. Alright, 5 times 0 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. I'm going to put my placeholder here. 5 times 6 is 30. Carry the 3. 2 times 6 is 12. Plus 3 is 15. And then 0 times 6 is 0. Plus 1 is 1. And all together, I get that. I have 2 total decimal places, so I have to have 2 in the answer. So that means our discount is $15. So now I want to subtract the discount. So I am subtracting $15, but I'm subtracting it from the original cost, and the original cost was $60. So I'm taking that $60, subtracting the $15 discount. All right, I got to borrow here. And after my discount, I have $45. So a $60 item at 25% off, you would only have to pay $45. All right, let's do one with sales tax. So a furniture store is having a 30% off sale. What is the sale price of a table that regularly costs $260 with a sales tax of 8%? All right, is there a percent? Yes. 30% off. That would be the discount. So we have a discount of 30%, and then we have a sales tax of 8%. Is there an original price? Yes, $260. All right, so let's change let's do our discount first. Remember, we have to do the discount before sales tax. Tax comes last. So for the discount, we want to change that percent to a decimal. We have a discount of 30%. Paddle to the left. We get 0.30, but we don't have to have that 0 at the end, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet and leave it at 0.3. Now I want to multiply that decimal by the original cost. So the original cost is $260. I'm going to multiply that times 0.3. 0 times 3 is 0. 6 times 3 is 18. I'm going to carry my 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. And then if I multiply everything times 0, I'm just going to get a bunch of zeros, so I can just stop there. It's going to be the same thing. I have a total of 1 decimal place up top, so I have to have 1 down here. So that means the discount is $78. So I have to take that discount and subtract it from the original cost. Well, the original cost was $260. So I have $260 minus 78. And I have to borrow. All right. So after the $78 discount, the table would cost $182. All right, so that's the selling price, but I want to know how much I would have to pay with sales tax. So let's talk about sales tax. All right, change the percent to a decimal. Our tax is 8%. Paddle to the left. Empty space gets filled in with a 0. And that is 0.08, I'm sorry. So now I want to multiply that decimal times the cost. So that cost is going to be this one right here. Not the original, but whatever the selling price is. So I'm going to take that 182 and multiply that times 0.08. All right, 2 times 8 is 16. I'm going to carry the 1. 8 times 8 is 64, plus 1 is 65. 1 times 8 is 8, plus 6 is 14. And then if I multiply all of this times the zeros, I will just get zeros here and get the exact same thing, so I can stop there. I have a total of 2 decimal places up top, so I have to have a total of 2 in my answer. So sales tax is $14.56. So now I want to take that sales tax and I want to add it to the selling price, which was $182. So I'm going to have $182 plus the sales tax. And whenever I add all of that up, I get a grand total of $196.56. All right, make sure that you wrote down everything that you saw me write. and make sure that you have your notes in class. Have a good evening, and I will see you at the next class day.